By the way, if I throw my arm out,
if you throw your arm out for 15 feet, you and I are not going to talk anymore.
You can't
be a non-athlete like this. Are you getting this on film?
I still.
I'm sending this. I'm YouTubing this if you can't get the ball to me.
I still do go to the gym, but I haven't done anything on a baseball field in years except for look at you guys.
Dude, you're 15 feet away. Don't mess up. Don't think about it.
I'll underhand it if it really starts to hurt.
No, if you're underhanded, we are definitely going to put some tape on that one.
All right, fine.
You can't
I won't underhand it.
You might be a little body, a little upper body strong, but just relax.
Right now, there's just no chance. I'd throw my arm out in a second if I did anything like Harvey was doing today.
That's fine. You're fine like that.
Perfect. Hey, by the way, I see you walking around this complex every single day. And you've always had an infectious personality. It's one of the things people love about you the most. You're always smiling, you're laughing, you're joking with people, you're going field to field. You really get a lot of pleasure out of this every single day.
I'm fooling them. Actually, this is the... And, I've been married for 32 years. I've got a wonderful family. Besides the happiness that has brought me all these years, there's nothing like being on the baseball field. It's my home. I mean, this is what I know. I'm 54 years old. Been on the baseball field for 45 of those years. I mean, think about it. That's a long time playing the game, coaching the game, being involved in the game. So yeah, there's a true love of being on the field.
So aside from just being on the field and being around everybody, when it comes to specifically working with the pitchers, which is what you do at AAA Las Vegas now, and it's what you've done here at spring training for many years, what is the most satisfying part of that for you?
Well, the coaching this past year was probably the most rewarding time I've ever had in my life because the first two boys I've ever coached got to the big leagues, Rafael Montero and Jacob deGrom. I mean, I actually had, whatever, little input or whatever the case may be, but knowing that I watched these kids mature and grow to get to the point where in the big leagues, that's what makes coaching worthwhile. That's what makes it, because it's a dream that they've always had, and now they get to live the dream. But I think the most rewarding part about the coaching period is, yes, you want to see them succeed and do all that other stuff, but it's more than baseball. Baseball is a segue, it's a lead-in into life itself. You might not make it to the big leagues in baseball, but the things you learn through baseball and the perseverance and everything else, you lead into the real world. And when you're successful in the real world, when they call you up and say, hey, coach, I have just gotten this job, I'm loving it. You know that it has something to do with possibly you associated with them sometime during their career.
So you've specifically watched those two guys grow up?
Montero I had in Brooklyn, in 2011. And Jake was the first time that he got back into... it was just coming back from Tommy John surgery, so I had him in Savannah when he first got started again. So yeah,
same year, I believe, 2011, right? Because he had it in
Jacob
2010.
was 2012.
2012, okay, so
in
the
Savannah.
following year.
Yeah, because 2011 was my first year in Brooklyn.
That's right. So when it comes to Jacob specifically, then you've watched this kid not just grow from that point forward and come back from Tommy John surgery and assist him with that, but go on to win the Rookie of the Year last year. I mean, you talk about a leap. That must have almost amazed you.
No. To be honest with you, no. Because the one thing that all the years of baseball has brought out in me is people don't understand. You can see the talent, but you don't know what's in here. You don't know what's here. And first day I met Jacob, I knew that he had the intangibles that you just can't teach. So I just knew it was a matter of time for him because of his work ethic and everything else that goes along with it. People forget. He only started pitching 4 or 5 years ago. He was a shortstop in college. I mean, he's still learning how to pitch. What he's doing is incredible for the short period of time he's been on the mound, and he's only going to get better.